I am here live, and we are going to talk about stuff, horror movie. Yeah, we're going to talk about horror movie stuff. We'll talk about the what's going on Twitter right now, which yeah, we will look at a certain Blu-ray collection, a horror Blu-ray collection of mine. Which one yet? I half decided and have not decided. Hey, Nethead, welcome. So I got off work, and I figured I'd check, as Taz would say, at my Twitter machine, and I would find out exactly what's going on in the world of of Twitter. So apparently, things went nuts because has anybody heard about this? I'm sure you've heard of this because I'm sure you guys are much more up on the movie stuff. Hey, Alan. All right, movie looks like yours. Nice. You have good taste. All right, so apparently, Black Christmas, the second remake of the film, by the way. Well, but I don't really think it's a remake. It looks like a reimagining. It's kind of its own thing, its own thing. Did the unforgivable sin. Are you ready? Are you grasping at the seats, at your seats, so that you don't fall off, or desperately scream, "It's rated PG"? I know. Hey, Pinga, welcome to it's got a PG rating. So apparently, according to some people, if a movie happens to have a PG rating, hey, well, then then it can't be any good or scary. Well, I've seen the trailer for the new Black Christmas. Well, the first one. I only watch the first trailer of anything. I don't watch after that because I find it spoils things, right? But just Pet Cemetery, perfect example of that. But it doesn't look like a scary type of film, actually. Hey, Joseph, it just looks like a bit of fun. That being said, for this is where we're going to disagree. For people that think that PG isn't scary, or that the rating of a film in any way affects how scary or how good or bad a film is, I'm sorry, but you got to watch more films. I'm serious. To be completely honest, Jaws scared the crap out of me back in the day. And you know what? Jaws. Hey, Dale. Jaws is PG. The Changeling actually kind of freaked me out. Still does freak me out. George C. Scott alone freaks me out. You know what? That's PG as well. Now, ratings don't matter. Gremlins is a really fun film, and this does have some creepy scenes for some kids. Again, PG. The Gate, one of the best kid horror films of all time. That's also PG. Insidious. Some people don't like it. Freaked me out. Especially that scene where all of a sudden, bam, there's someone behind the guy, Patrick Wilson. Yeah, that kind of freaked me out too. So let's not think that your rating is going to be is going to assume the quality of your film. Because if that was the case, then you know what? Showgirls, best movie of all time, NC-17. Exorcist. Well, The Exorcist was The Exorcist PG? That was R, wasn't it? But The Exorcist is one of those movies that was R, basically because of the language. But Exorcist at any other time would probably be, PG. Dreamscape, was that R or PG? There's the thing. It doesn't matter what the rating of the film is. You can have good R-rated films and bad R-rated films. You can have like good PG-rated films and bad PG-rated films. The movie rating doesn't determine whether a movie is going to be good, whether a movie is going to be scary. It literally just determines the rating. That's it. Yeah, like there's a ton of like a while back, Shadow. There was a whole big like push against like a lot of the like these like a lot of horror movies are kind of like PG-13 and stuff, and people there's a big push against like some like die-hard horror community that were saying, you know, man, we need to get those R-rated movies in there. These PG movies are watering down our horror. So we got a lot of R-rated films, and I'm going to be putted out there. You know, The Ring, way scarier than any Rob Zombie film. PG-13, exactly. Dreamscape, Ellen, Snake Man. That still freaks me out. I just bought that one recently, actually. That like Dreamscape still freaks me out, and I don't even know. It's not even Jose. And it's like, who was it? Was this Stephen King who said, if you can't, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember the quote. If you can't scare them, like shock them or make them jump type thing. If you can't do that, use gore. So I grew up in the '80s when there was like a ton of gore. I'm a slasher guy, right? So and a lot of those they were like blood and boobs. That's like that's the type of films that they were. And Monster House. I haven't watched that in a long time. But and actually, when I was a kid, I did lean towards more R-rated films. It was not because of gore, because I was a kid. I was a young teen, and if there was like a there were girls, and, and I would say, oh, exactly. Look at all the Universal classics. Those would be really like a lot of the Hammer stuff now. Michelle, welcome. We are talking right now about, well, I'm saying anyway that the rating does not make the film. The film makes the film. Because I looked on Twitter, Michelle, and apparently a bunch of people went nuts about the rating of a film. And I thought, we were kind of past that. Usually when I see that, it's usually like I'm not gonna say younger person because that's not true. Actually, a lot of the younger people that I know actually really appreciate. One of the younger YouTubers on there. I don't know if she does YouTube now. Really nice young girl. I guess around my probably around the age of my oldest kid, right? Really nice, sweet girl, and she does Criterion stuff. That's her thing. I think that I'll be honest with you, the movie, the collecting people, the collecting stuff, the movie stuff, it's in pretty good hands. There are a lot of I applaud a lot of the people that come on here, especially like younger than me. That don't have okay. Lots of people, most people younger than me, but still, yeah, it's silly, Michelle. But you gotta. It just drives me. Exact, dude. Robert Redford. I would. Is that coming out? Is like you got me excited here. I know it's probably a joke, but I would love Roger Corman's Fantastic Four to come out. Now, like most people, I have seen that through nefarious purposes. I found ways to get that. I used to have there's a great documentary about Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, by the way, which you should really check out. And I'm not going to lie, it's still the best version of the Thing that I've seen on the screen. As cheap as it is, yeah, he actually looks like the Thing. It's a cheesy suit, but damn, I'll take that. I'll go with it because everything we saw afterwards, not so much, man, not so much. Hopefully now that Marvel has the rights to the Fantastic Four again, we'll get a good Fantastic Four movie out there. But of course, it can't be cinema because it's a superhero movie. Oh God, can't we all just get along? It's pretty bad when the divide is being stoked by one of the biggest proponents of movies. Period. Like I'm a superhero. Like I like superhero movies for what they are, and you know, and I do the air cinema. Uh, but and I, but that being said, I love Scorsese and Coppola stuff, um, and I know why they're upset because they're nervous. Because they're nervous. In the same way that independent filmmakers were nervous in the mid '80s when blockbusters became a thing. When you got to see the latest Back to the Future or Indiana Jones. You know, movies. A lot of movies that you guys would think are like cinematic, you know, masterpieces now. Back then, the whole thing was, and there's a big debate about it, was that oh no, these are blockbusters. They're not real cinema. They're not real films. They're taking away from real films. Indie films like the stuff that was made in the '70s, they can't be done anymore because all these blockbusters are taking up our space in in the theaters. So it's not a new argument. It didn't work then, doesn't work now. Hey Danny, welcome. I'm getting all the controversial stuff out of the way first, and then we're going to look at some stuff. We're going to look at a collection. I'm thinking I was going to go with 7, but I might go with 8 films. I'm thinking I'm going back and forth. Which one to go with? Which one to highlight? Hey Dave, welcome, man. But hopefully that that just at least gets my portion of it out there. Is that I think it was Sean DeRigger, and so now you want Arrow. Do you know how much Arrow I have? Look, so see that, Michelle? Do you see that? This here whole case, the one with the very buxom, pretty lady on it. All of that is Arrow. Like every single one of them is Arrow releases. I have a full shelf, just Arrow, like nothing else. And you can blame Horror Hound magazine because they got me into the whole Arrow thing. And yes, you must have the Russ Meyer collection because it's quality filmmaking. And Roger Ebert would tell you that. He worked with Russ Meyer. So I can probably go through part of my Arrow collection. Huh. How many Arrow editions do I have? Let's find out, huh? Let's go. We want to go over? Lately, my videos, as in day for yesterday, almost yanked this off me. That's way too close. You guys do not need to see me that close up. Never. That is like scary. So, you know what I need to do? I need to bring something down there so I can actually plant it on there and you're not looking at my crotch and stuff like that. All right. I got an idea. Other things people do not want to see. Me at crotch level. Even I don't want to see that. So in case you don't know what I'm doing now, I am kitty litter room, taking my camera over here, and I just brought over the pads that I use for the going to the kitty litter, like the box, because I got like a Costco size box to hopefully keep this going up without falling down. So Arrow releases. Everything here is Arrow except for the indicator, but everything from Own This Please, Long Good Friday, Mona Lisa. One of the underrated and I think really great Arrow box sets. I think this one's out of print. I know how you feel. Battle Royale. Love this one. I actually have an unopened copy of this one that I'm saving for a time when I need money. Or because Yep. Because this one had a print, and I have 2 copies. And it is glorious. Society, do you see Society? Dude, I love Society. And it has got to be here somewhere. Because I do have it. Well, let's go through them all. We'll get to them. So, let's do it like this. This is, of course, the Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast. I haven't actually. I really got to because I keep reading. I've read the first little bit of it, but I haven't finished it. Also, I'm a huge fan. I'm probably like on my own with this one, but I'm a huge fan of With No Eye. So when it came out with a big edition, my better half knew that I was like a big fan of the film. So she managed to get me one of the limiteds, not the limited, but one of the limiteds. The feast set is gorgeous. There's a bigger one too, actually. Well, like even bigger than this one, with a record and a book and everything. But this is pretty good. This says how to get ahead in advertising as well, in it. Tell you what, we'll go through the entire. Michelle, you've inspired me. We're going to go through it. This is 6 Gothic Tales. This is the original one. You can see because it's got the book with all the comics. We got Battle Without Honor and Humanity, which I actually really like. I'll let you know if I. And this isn't there was a new Battle Without Honor and Humanity, which I don't have yet, but I actually really do like this one. My kids, though, my oldest, couldn't get into it. I found it like the build. Hey, Andy, welcome. We're doing Arrow right now. I apologize if it's a little darker here. I don't have any like lights up here, so hopefully you guys can see everything okay. I'll try to do the best as I possibly can. So this is the complete Sartana. Anybody that has this is going to be like super stoked because this is a really good set. Hey, Cinematech. I know what you're looking at. Not my breasts. Next up is Beyond Night and Dawn, which is actually a really good box set. It's got the classic, the Crazies in here, and Season of the Witch, and of course there's Always Vanilla. Very different George Romero films. I really actually did like this set, and I think it's worth checking out. It's not going to be like completely like super horror like a lot of his stuff is. Next up is the very best edition of Krzysztof Kieslowski's Decalogue, which was put out by Arrow. It's a great set. I lucked out on that one. This, like, Criterion put this out, but a really small edition of it. This one is massive, and there's like a bunch of features on here and a bunch of extra films as well. Death Walks Twice, which they were putting out separately, I think, but this is the one with Death Walks at Midnight and Death Walks on High Heels. Great giallo stuff. By the way, if there's anything you guys have questions about as I go through, feel free to stop me or say, hey, about that movie or about that set. This is the Black Cat set. Again, incredible. It's got Your Vices, Locked Room, and Only I Have the Key. Sergio Martino's one of his best films, if not his best. And of course, The Black Cat by Lucio Fulci. Both are unique takes on the Edgar Allan Poe story. Of course, being a giallo fan, Killer Dames, gotta have me that. I am going to take my phone and put it here so I can see your messages in case you guys say something I miss. Your Vice, that is one of my favorites. I cannot wait for the second set of this one here. You want to go through here, Kitty? You want to go through? Do you want to go to the washroom? Is that what you're doing? You seem very confused, Cat. Jose Larraz Blood Hunger set. Some great stuff on this. I'm really looking forward to the second set, which I think is going to have black candles in it. But this has vampires, which is probably the most famous one. Actually, I do like them. I mean, like they're different stuff, and they're kind of they're a little bit downbeat and stuff. Because I watched, what was it? Whirlpool. Whirlpool was really downbeat. I liked it, but it's a very different film. Again, the most gorgeous. I would love that, Michelle. Giallo is well, it's a town for yellow, and basically it means those those murder mysteries that Italy would put out, stuff like Argento, like kind of like a mix between like a slasher and an Agatha Christie type of film. It's the genesis of it comes from like books in Italy at the time, the Agatha Christie, all those like mystery type novels, the murder stories. The all had yellow covers on them, and they started making movies like Deep Red and Your Vice is a Locked Room and I Have the Key, and they call them giallos. Those are great. That is a good start. Videodrome. This one's out of print, right? But you can get like most of the stuff on here except for the book. Of course, this is the one that certain indie is going to be like really. This is my Russ Meyer collection. It was one of the very first Arrow sets that I picked up because one, I love Russ Meyer stuff. Two, I was completely in love with Erica Gavin from the movie Vixen when I was young. So there you go, Russ Meyer. Which I'll probably show again near the end of the video because people tend to like the Russ Meyer. And those are my wedding pictures. I just had to move them over. Stray Cat Rock. Again, I love this type of stuff. I thought this was a lot of fun. Next up is one I think everybody should have, and that is Bloodbath. It's one film, three different versions of one film, three very different versions of one film, with a great, fantastically enthralling documentary by Tim Lucas, who of course does Video Watchdog and is the, is pretty much the expert when it comes to Mary Bava. Anytime you get a Mary Bava release, it's got him. Screenshot of Russ Meyer. I'll show it again if you want to get a screenshot. I'll just get out of the camera range so that you can actually appreciate that without having to put up with this. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 was an earlier Arrow release, and I think it's out of print now. It took a while for this one to get a print, but I really love this one. I know Scream Factory did an edition of it as well, but look how sexy this is. Look. Maybe it's not Russ Meyer sexy, but it's still kind of sexy. All right, next up is another one that went fast, and that is the complete Dr. Phibes collection. This has both of the Dr. Phibes films on here. It's a book here as well. I'm a really big fan of Vincent Price. I love Dr. Phibes stuff, and I love the fact that it takes him out of his comfort zone. It challenges him not to be relying on that that velvety voice that he has. Of course, I love the Outlaw Gangster VIP set. I thought this was a lot of fun. As you can see, I have varied taste when it comes to films. And next up, we got, is this Bride of Reanimator? Yeah, Bride of Reanimator, which is fun. I didn't get the Reanimator big edition, but I did get Bride, which I think is a lot of fun. Did you guys hear recently about 88 films they're not able to do the Slasher Classics collection? Do fancy on. Yeah, some people are super upset about that, but those people have obviously never seen Fancy Island and don't realize it's pretty horror anyway. Especially the early Fancy Island stuff. Pretty dark, man. Bill Bixby. Yeah. Necromantic 2. My better half got me this one because this had gone out of print and she found it on eBay. I thought they were okay. I mean, the first one's the best, without a doubt. But I can't really get into this that much. It's okay. And somebody asked me if I had this. Society. Do you like Beyond? Michelle, do you like Beyond? Oh, Fantastic Four. I want a real release of that one of these days to come out. I see Scream Factory putting it under as a show select. That's what I see it as. So Society, this is a fantastic film. If you've never seen Society, strongly recommend it. Brian Yuzna, definitely one of his better ones. Oh, Michelle, just fly over. You can just. I don't have the first Necromantic, and I know that the second one like kind of like starts off where the first one ended. Oh, there we go. Oh, oh, you haven't seen Beyond Reanimator? I also have that. So now you still have to visit. Last House on the Left. Obviously, the perfect date film, right? But tis one that I enjoy. God, I look creepy close up like that. How does my better half stand me? The Thing. This is not only the best edition of The Thing, like far surpasses what Scream put out. I love Scream Factory. Their edition of The Thing, not as good as this one. And look how gorgeous this is. Did you really try Necromantic as a date movie once? What were you trying to? That's like the anti, like that's kind of like an anti-date movie. Like, hey, let's put on some Necromantic. Hello. You do, Thomas. Go region free. It will change your life. It did for me. I can imagine. You're lucky she stayed, man. Jack Frost. Actually, I got that on Arrow. Not Arrow. Sorry, Phoenix Center put that out. No, they're not. I'm sorry, Cool Blue. No, they're not stopping their Slasher Classics collection. They're going to keep doing them. It's just they can't do them with the red cases anymore. They're going to be like they're asking now. Do we want us to do them with blue? Hell no. White or black? Maybe white, I guess, or black. Michelle, you have the perfect date. Yes, you are. The Hills Have Eyes. Again, I find myself loving this film more each time that I watch it. I don't have The Hills Have Eyes 2. I know, sacrilege. I need to get the one where the dog flashes back. But gotta love this. You gotta wonder how much the Mary. Shock Treatment. This is one of my personal favorite films. I listen to the soundtrack to this one a lot. I actually know you might want to keep your Slasher Classics Cool Blue, like the red case ones. Like as for right now, at least. Hey Jeremiah, because once they go to print, they're probably going to be worth a bit, and you probably make some more money on them there. Let's go. So, I remember, guys, you can always buy red cases somewhere and change them up yourself. So, I know every song there from Do a Duet to Bitchin' in the Kitchen. I know them all. Deep Red. Again, you got to have this movie. It's an excellent film, and it is considered, the Argento film. It's my second favorite Argento film of all time. And it scares me. The soundtrack is creepy. The doll scene freaks the hell out of me. You're gonna get some Arrow Academy in here as well. So I hope that is your favorite Tenebrae too, Michelle. My Darling Clementine, and it actually has two movies because it's got another movie on here as well. I love this case, by the way. Dwight Earp, right? Frontier Marshal, that's what it's called. Oh, Birds, Crystal Plumage. Great film, by the way. Which I do have here somewhere, I think. It's not off topic, but what? Oh, the Universal Monsters one is excellent. By Mark with the C. I'll check that out, dude. Zombies, I'm guessing you got that edition. This is Bring the Head of Alfredo Garcia. It is by Sam Peckinpah. It stars Warren Oates, who is the bomb. He's one of the great character actors of all time, and has one of the best documentaries I've ever seen on any film director included here. Now with Thanksgiving coming up for Americans, right? Or did you guys have Thanksgiving? Because when I started collecting Arrow, Joseph, there was no U.S. Arrow. There was only U.K. So you look at that. You know what that is? Do you know what that's not? That's not cranberry sauce. Good one. I actually became, just so you know, Joseph, I actually became region free because of, like, specifically because of Arrow and Doctor Who, actually. It was easier with Doctor Who because I could just go on my DVD, on a DVD player and do it. But I had to become Blu-ray region free for Arrow, and it was really worth it. The Mutilator, love this movie. What's really good about this film is that the characters in the film, although it's a pretty like low budget like bit of a film, the characters are actually really likable. So you don't want to see them die. You just gained like 10 cool points, Joseph. Contamination, which I mentioned, like I think in my last video, so I don't need to talk about it much here. But I love the Shanna cover. Love the film. Cinema Paradiso. This is a gorgeously wonderful, touching film, and it is fantastic. Oh, dude, Last House on Left. Oh, I thought you were talking about a Spit in Your Grave too. I was going to say, stay away from that. This is if you're like cinema, if you like movies, hey, Danuch, welcome. We're doing Arrow, man. This one is fantastic. This is a great film. It will touch your inner cinephile. I already have, actually. I've got them all so far. I'm still waiting. Well, in North America, we don't have the one for Colin Baker yet, but the Bloodthirsty trilogy. A lot of people have said that, Thomas. Actually, this is really good. If it ever goes on sale and you haven't checked it out yet, really, it's really fun. Really good one to check out. If you like Hammer films, watch this. Good friend Logan Toxie was not a fan of this one, but I am. That is Thief. What's super cool about this is that this has both versions of the film, and the Criterion one doesn't. This was limited edition. For all the people that talked about PG-13 movies not being good, here you go. Ring. These movies scared me. Not gonna lie, they totally did. Especially the first one. It was creepy. I had to hide. But I love this, and I actually am kind of. Although I would love to have had the book from the original box set, I hate the cover on the original box set. So I find this one. I did not this month, William. I wish I did, but I am probably heading to Morocco for a week in January, actually. Hey, Tyler. See, perfect timing then, right? You're glad they're making the Grudge. Why would they make the Grudge remakes a rated R? I've seen Ju-On. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't suit it. It doesn't need it. Waterworld. Again, I know most people hate this movie. I have a special affinity for it. I like it. I like it a lot. Case of the Scorpion's Tail. Which, I'll be honest with you, I got this one. Have not watched it yet. Haven't seen it for ages. I'm hoping it's going to be good. It's Martino, right? So, it should be good. Oh, you thought we were finished. No. Next up is Scalpel. It's a good one. I will take your... We usually have the same opinion, I think, so I trust your opinion on that. This is excellent. If you haven't checked this out, I love Southern Gothic. This is actually really, really good. The Burbs. film that I mentioned that everybody should pick up, Stormy Monday. Love this movie. Paul Feig is really good. The Red Queen Kills 7 Times is up there in my somewhere over in one of my sets up here. It's Emilio. Oh, it's down here. We haven't got to it yet. White of the Eye, amazing. Get this one, if not just for the film, which is incredible. Get it for the Donald Kamal documentary. Bypass the Scream Factory edition. Get this one. This is the one they need to get. I haven't seen Postman in such a long time that I wouldn't really know if I liked it or not. Last Virgin, again, love it. Big Trouble in Little China. I got, when they did the Digital Film Festival, I actually got to see this on the big screen again. I've been a couple years back, and I still really, really love that movie. Comedy of Terrors. Did you like the documentary, man? The girl didn't like, Linda Hayden really wasn't a fan of that film, you know, when she does that interview on it, but I enjoyed it. The Exterminator, which I think is really fun. The Hound of the Baskervilles, if you like some cool Sherlock Holmes, done a la Circa Hammer. Caligula, obviously a family film. Something to put on during Thanksgiving, if you want to get rid of the rest of your family. The classic Hellgate, which goes to show you, hey, Horshack, obviously a complete sex symbol, we just didn't know it. Good Black Friday deals. I don't remember Black Friday deal for Arrow. Maybe they do. I don't remember it. Bound. It isn't? Are you sure, dude? Caligula totally should be PG. Eaten Alive. I'm one of the proponents of this film. I actually really love Eaten Alive. It just sucks that it was right after Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is one of the great films of all time. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which I totally dig, man. Mark the Devil has a great documentary. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Big breasted tomatoes go to the beach and take their tops off. If you've seen the movie, you know that. Joke. Phantom of the Paradise. This is one of my favorite musicals of all time. I really love this film. Guys, I'm not feeling well, so just to say no, I'm probably going to have to edit soon. King of New York. Not enough people seen this film. We really should. Actually, it's actually a really good film. Oh, wow. I just got hit with a wave of nausea. The Happiness of the Categories, Takeshi Miike. And this is obviously going to have a second part because I must have ate something wrong because I feel like I'm going to puke. I prefer not to do that on camera. So I'm Aaron. This is the Movie Library. This is Abrupt. Thank you for coming in. I will do a second part of this either tonight or tomorrow. Thank you, Michelle, for the idea because it's a great one, but I don't need to throw up on camera. Have a great evening. You guys rock, and I will see you soon. Oh, puking is inevitable. It's just getting off camera to do it.